We going live? Showing us live. So I think we're okay. All working? See, I gotta make sure the stream setup is still working, but yeah, we're live. So hello, you're watching PC Jack, and welcome to the stream. It's been quite some time. Maybe if you don't regard the stream I did on... is it Saturday or Sunday? Yeah, it was Saturday, because I was having a little bit of a mess around with Restream, playing some Hades 2. It was okay, it was a pretty fun stream, but I was streaming on both Twitch and YouTube, which I've never actually done before. And it seemed to work. We're only on YouTube today, mind, just because I'm kind of keeping the Twitch for the gaming stuff, essentially. But yeah, so we're actually going to be doing a bit of a stream on the channel, which has been quite some time, but we'll wait for a few more people to come in, if there is going to be some people, and we'll take it from there. But yeah, how is everyone doing? Rugby Gaming, Even Jack, nice to see you, hope you're well. Thank you for stopping by, and yes, I am doing well. How are you doing? Nice to see you pop up as the first one in the chat. I was just catching up on the fact that I was having a little bit of a mess around with a stream on Saturday. Not a proper stream, kind of. But we were playing some Hades 2 on Twitch and on YouTube, and it was pretty good, so I'll probably try and do a few more of those again. But today is purely focused on just a bit of a catch-up with you guys and taking a look at some hardware that Noctua sent over. We got top 3 in the chat. Hello, Jerry. I feel like we've chatted very, very recently, just now. For the guys that didn't know, Jerry is still streaming at the moment, but I tried to get him to do a 360 no-scope in X-Defiant, and I challenged him. I was like, I'll give you a $5 if you do it. He didn't do it, but I thought, close enough. Well, he can have it anyway. But yeah, you guys need to have a little pop over there and check him out, because he's going to be playing Warzone next, I think. Or are you still playing X-Defiant? But yeah, pop over and take a look, and hang out in both the streams. But like, stay for Jerry, because as I said, he's my favorite X-Defiant player. But I've never really watched X-Defiant, so like, Jerry's my look into that world at the moment. While we got some people in the chat, do you have to let me know if everything's sounding okay? I think my mic levels are seeming decent, and we got a bit of background music, but hopefully everything's balanced out. Yeah, so like I was saying, so obviously it's been a while since we've done a proper stream on the channel, and I was messing around with some streams a while back. But I've got to this point now where what I want to do is just whatever I want with the channel. So if I have something to put out there, then I'll be working on that, like I got with this this Noctua stuff now. And just trying to like just do it casual. That's the main thing. So yeah, they'll just be popping up with like some streams from time to time. I want to play some more Hades 2. Like, I streamed so much of the first one, I need to carry on with more of it on stream, so we'll be doing a bit of that. Then yeah, and then obviously I don't know when I'll be getting around to getting the video for this Noctua home lineup, but be working on it the weekend and take my time with it and just get it out there when it's ready. Just switch to Warzone during the background of my stream. Oh right, that's good to know. There we go. So if you guys want to watch Warzone, and then I'm in the background. Let me check. Put it back up. Okay, I'm checking it out now. I'll see it when it pops up, but yeah. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of what's going on with the channel right now. It's going to be things going out whenever I want, and I got a few things lined up, so we'll see how it goes. But the other thing I am curious about as well is like what the stuff I'm going to show you guys today. I don't really know the best way to go around it, what to sort of do with this stuff. So I suppose I should give a bit of an explanation as to what stuff Noctua has actually sent out for the channel to look at. So if you guys haven't seen it, Noctua have recently announced a product line called Noctua Home. This is a very imaginative title, but the gist is, for years now, they've been working on this custom Noctua like desk fan, pretty much. And I feel like it's been at like a few complexes over the past couple of years, but as with Noctua, they just work on stuff for like years on end and perfect and keep going. But they've done it. The mad lads have done it and actually made the desk fan. But it also comes with a bunch of other accessories as well, and there's a new, I don't know what you call it, but there's like a separate fan mounted system, especially that's useful for, they said, like consoles and like just general like TV hardware, or even for like ITX systems. So they had a picture of like this kit like mounted on the top of like a fractal Terra case, just to help with the airflow. So there's lots of random stuff like that. So it's just literally, to the side of me, I've got like a box of loads of random accessories, including the actual desk fan itself anyway. So it's not really, it's kind of computer, it's an NFA 12 that comes with the fan. But like, what's the best way of going around it? Like, because they advertise it as just purely like for like, as like a desktop accessory. And also as like for industrial use. So I can see it being useful. Like, I don't know anything about soldering, but you could use it for like helping to extract the smoke or solder, whatever you call it, away from your face as you're working. So it's things like that. But like, I've got a few ideas, but I'd be curious to see what you guys think about it. So yeah, I think that's enough of an introduction. I think we should actually take a look. So stream setup is a little bit limited, so I'm just going to pull stuff out the box and we're going to take a look at what we got. So let's work from, we'll try and go like smaller stuff first and see what happens. So I'm just going to reach in and see what we find. Okay, so first up, these are just multi-purpose pads. So these are just pads for like the corners of the fan. Let's take a little look. Well, we got them here. If I can, I've already ripped the box. I've ruined the experience for myself. But it's just these fan rubber mounts. Yes, they're quite stocky ones. Like, they're a lot bigger than like the typical ones you get for Noctua fans. I don't know if that's with the actual desktop fan itself or that's for the other. I'll have to find out the name of it. Like, there's so... Everything with Noctua is NF something, so I can hardly remember. Show us the box. Oh no, my burner. Jerry's using his burner to hang out in the chat. What's going on? Is this, like, your burner for, like, nefarious reasons? We don't know. Let's see. Like, right, Rugby Game, I've seen your chat. And, like, I have to do it, like, 7. Is that what I'm assuming you're referring to 7? It's a good film. So I'm going to read it out like that. So was it? What's in the box? That's a was it Brad Pitt that said that? I think I said terrible. Thing like that. What was in the box? Was it some? I think it was someone's head. I don't know. It's been years since I've seen that film, so I can barely remember anything about it. But it was a good film. I remember that at least, anyway. But yeah, so we just got a box of these for like rubber mounts in there. So I'd be interested to see. I'll have to have a mess around to see what exactly these are used with, but they are stocky. Like, look at the size of them. That's pretty hench. As moderator, I'm kicking this Jerry guy out. Well, is this like your doppelganger? Is this what we're talking about? Because he can stay and hang out. It's fine. Like, everyone's welcome. So I've butchered this box. That's not a good start. Try to keep things like neat and tidy, but it's just not happening. Right. That one's going away. So these are, I should probably read out the actual name of them as well. So they're multi-purpose pads, and they're, again, with Noctua's lineup of names. So they are the NV-MPP1 Brown S x4. By 4 as in there's 4 of them. So everyone's remembered what those are called? Right, we're going to go with that. Cool. One thing down. And then have we got... Oh, okay, so we got another set of these. Same thing again, but these are going to be like the black variants on here. Can I open this one without ripping it again? Come on. We did it. We didn't rip it. See, I've got proof. I did not rip it this time. Yeah, so the exact same thing, but they've got like the black versions. So if you're not into like the classic Noctua beige brown color scheme, you've got these to tide you over. So you got like the Chromax variants. There we go. So we're not going to dwell on those for too long because they're exactly the same. Put those away. Cool. Okay. Again, it's like Christmas. We're working with the when it's Christmas, you start with the small things and then you work your way up. That's the way it goes. So let's go for the next one. Okay, we actually have something that's not just like a fan corner, so that's a good start. So we have the new fan hub they offer. I need to catch my ring light in the right way, and for the focus to work. Just focus, but there. I need a good webcam. But anyway, so this is an 8-channel fan hub for 5V, 12V, and 24V fans. So I'm assuming, I haven't looked at any instructions, I have no idea about how any of this is configured. But I'm guessing that this will get mounted to the actual fan frame itself. I would assume so at least, unless it's tied in for a different purpose. No, I'll have to take a bit of a closer look at that, but again, if people want to know the serial number for this, that we're all going to remember, this is the NVFH2. So we know, let's take a little look and see what we're actually working with, at least. And again, I'm trying my hardest not to rip stuff, but this is so well packed. Okay, what we got? Okay, like the hub is literally right here. Can I pull that out? Oh, okay, so that's the cover for it. Okay, let's pull this out properly. We can get a bit of a closer look. Let me just not chuck stuff on my keyboard and end the stream early. That'd be a bit awkward. Okay. So that looks a bit better there. You can see this. That's pretty much like a bog standard. Well, I say a bog standard fan hub. And then you've got, obviously the main difference is you've got that DC connection. DC, yeah, you got a DC connection there. So I would guess, yeah, that's plugged into the mains. Plug your fans into here. Powers it all off that, and then there's no, so that's not going to be for the actual desktop fan because that only requires a single fan. So this is going to be for that that separate fan mounting setup. I would assume so anyway, but I did have a cover as well, so we got nice little labeled cover there with the Noctua logo emblazoned on there, and then that just pops on, or is it supposed to screw in? Let me see. Got it the wrong way. Pops on. Okay, yeah, it does pop on. Yeah, and then it just, that's how it looks all assembled like that. So that's pretty neat anyway, but like I'm guessing this mounts onto like the bottom of like one of the mounts. Mounts onto the mounts. That makes total sense. But yeah, that's pretty neat. So I'm gonna get that box back up, and we'll move on to the next thing. I'm not gonna be able to box this up properly. Oh no, I've got it boxed up properly. That's okay. At least I've got it boxed up decently enough so it's neat and tidy. Cool. So again, the NVFH2. Curious to have a little mess around with that. Like one of the things I am thinking about, in particularly with the. In fact, I should try and find that next. No, we'll see when it comes out. But I've got an ITX system. I can test it out with. I've got a Fractal Ridge. Yeah, Fractal Ridge with a 3900 XT and a 3080 FE. So I don't think I have much of an issue with my 3080 in there. It's undervolted pretty decently. I can't remember what the actual undervolt settings are but it's literally the exact... Anytime I forget how to... Like, because I always reinstall Windows all the time. Anytime I forget what my undervolt settings are, I just look at my old undervolting tutorial video for my 3080. So, but either way, the GPU doesn't really have much of an issue in that case. And it's got there's two 140mm fans that help on GPU side. CPU does get toasty, so I've had to put that 3900 XT on eco mode. And I think I changed the PPT limits on it a little bit. No, what was it called? No, that's what I did. So I set a negative V core offset on there to bring it down. It does do it, and I don't lose much performance. Especially considering I'm gaming a 4K, so I'm not entirely CPU dependent, which is okay. But still, it's 105 or 125 watt TB chip, so it can get pretty toasty, but that's with an NHL 12S cooling it. Thanks again, Noctua, for that. That's coming in clutch. But I suspect if you did have this like fan mounting system on top of the ridge, it's a bit narrow, mind, but you could potentially help with that with the cooling on there, either extra like exhaust in and air out, or maybe as an intake. I don't know. We'll have a mess around with it anyway, but I think that'll be a good way to test it out. I'm gonna have to look up that TDP for the 3900 XT because I can't remember what it is. When did a 3900 XT come out anyway? Was it 2019? 2020 maybe? Ah, it is 105 watts. Yeah, 2020. Well, that's... Yes, I've had that. I didn't get it when it first came out, but it's nearly 4 years since I got that, and it's good, but it's a toasty CPU, to say the least anyway. But yeah, so that could be an interesting idea anyway. But yeah, no more strat. Let's get onto some more hardware. Let's see what else we got. Okay. Multi-purpose gasket. NV MPG 112 round. So is this? Okay. That's like gasket. I don't know, but then. Right, okay, I'm following now. So it's similar case, like if you've ever seen those like fan mounts, but they're like, I think they use them for. That's a rip. We ripped another box again. But like those like fan size rubber mounts that I think you use for radiators. They can help on there particularly. But basically, again, similar to those rubber corners we found, this is like a stocky boy again. That's gotta be for the same thing again. So you can see that we got this one. That's probably about sort of a centimeter, something like that. Again, we got the thick boys out. So I'm guessing I'm not going to dwell on these for too long because these rubber corners and mounts aren't too interesting. But I'm guessing if I take a close look, we should have another one, but in like a Chromax variant. So let's try and find that one before we move on to the more interesting stuff. And before we do, we'll just take a little H2O break. Cool, and we're back. Have we got another one of those? Alright, I haven't pulled out the same thing again, but a Chromax, but instead... Right, okay, so we got an 8-channel powered fan hub set. So what's the difference? Right, we're gonna have to take a closer look at this one because, like, so the one we've already looked at is this one that's an 8-channel fan hub with 5V, 12V, and 24V fans. But then this one is just 8-channel powered fan hub. So does that mean it's for? Yeah, so specifically 12V fans. Okay, well, we'll take a look and we'll see what it's all about. So I'm guessing it's going to be somewhat similar. Just take a look. We got cardboard attacking me. That's a good start. What we got? Okay, so we got power adapter there. Need to be able to pull it out. Right, we've done it the same way. We've pulled out the top half for it. So let's keep going. Okay, so start with the boring stuff. We've got some options for our fans. We got, that would be, I don't know if it's like if it's American or like European like plug. Then we got the option for the best plug. We got a standard British plug, which is exactly what we want. Especially because we're testing in the UK. Oh no, so okay, I'm getting educated on like plugs and the standards across the world. So this one, I don't know the name of it, but is used for in US appliances, and then this is the one for European appliances. I don't know the proper name for them. So those are there, and we've also got, there's a cover there we can just take out for a moment. And then we've got the actual hub itself. So yeah, it's just the exact same thing, but it's just it includes the plug. Because this, yeah, that looks identical to the one we've already unboxed anyway, but it just includes the actual power adapter here then. So maybe they're just selling the fan hub separately, and then if you already have the DC plug for it already, you can just use that. Could be that. It could just be like a backup, something like that, I'm guessing. But yeah, nothing too crazy. It is a Noctua branded plug, if that's interesting to anyone. But yeah, so again, it's going to take me forever to box that up. We're just going to put that to one side for now. But yeah, so we've got an identical fan hub. Then again, we've got with the DC power input on here, and you got 8 plugs, 8 fan mounts. Fan mounts? What am I talking about? BWM connectors. You got 8 of those on there. Okay, so that's another fan hub. But the only difference being that it includes the actual power adapter that you need for it. So let's put that over there. Okay. We're getting to some of the more bigger items on the agenda for this evening, but we've got... okay, I'm not going to unbox this one, because I think this one isn't quite as interesting, because again, this is just a power adapter. So they sell them separately, I'm guessing then. So even the power adapters have this Noctua branding, NVPS1, in case you wanted to know. But yeah, so I'm guessing we can use that one with the spare fan hub as well. So we got that as a backup anyway, at least, so that's okay. Cool, so we got that. Or is there a difference with... Let me check. I'm dropping stuff. Like, is there a difference with the fact this is for... I don't know much about plugs. This is one of the things that's going to come across in the stream, but... So, it's showing on here, it's a 24 watt AC DC power supply for powering 12 volt fans. I don't know if that's going to be that useful on each fan hub. But I could be wrong. I'm not an expert when it comes to power supplies and whatnot. But yeah, in case anyone's curious, get the light out the way on there. Yeah. Cool. I'm not going to unbox that because again, it's a power supply. We're not too interested in that. Okay. While we're at it, we actually do have some of the more interesting looking items that we're going to be able to get a bit of a closer look at. Okay. So next, we have So it's the NV FM1 multi-purpose pivoting fan mount. Okay. This seems a bit more interesting. So this is the I don't know if there's a separate fan mount, but this is the one on here. You can see like on the back back of the box how it's laid on there. We can take a look just to see. So I am curious now. This is the stuff I'm more interested in right now. Okay. It doesn't want to come out of the box though. That's the only problem. There we go. Okay. Any accessories in there? I can't see anything else on there at the moment. But yeah, so this is the actual, this is the multi-purpose one. This is a pivoting, so it's only referring to like the pivot like that way. That's nice though, it's full steel. Yeah. Now I don't... Do I have a fan? I'm not going to screw a fan into this right now, but I'm just curious to give us a bit of an idea. Right, I do have a 120mm fan we can maybe use. I'm going to have to see if my headphone wire will allow me to reach and get it. Here we go. Right, we got one. Okay. Again, this is a beige brown Noctua fan, so obviously if you're adverse these and don't like them, that could be a bit of an issue. But just for demonstration purposes, without actually mounting it properly, just to give you a bit of an idea. That's showing across well on there. So obviously you would want it this way. And that way you've got that. Using it as literally a desk fan, you would have it mounted like that. So that's pretty cool. Does that line up? Yeah, that lines up on there like that. So that's cool. And then maybe, I'm guessing, these bits on here will be where you would actually mount the fan hub itself anyway. Yeah, I'm quite curious, but I quite like the look of that. The one thing I've omitted from this stream so far is pricing, and that's something I do want to talk about. I will probably talk about that a lot more in depth in the review for this as well. But I do think the pricing for a lot of this stuff does need to be addressed before we can go into it in any detail. But for now though, let's just continue with taking a look at this stuff, and we'll get into that towards the end of the stream anyway. But just in case, I'm going to keep this fan aside just in case we need it for reference. Right, can I put this back in the box successfully? Yeah, before we go, so yeah, just a bit of a closer look just in case I forgot to do it. So you got that. These go on a swivel wherever you need them to be. And you do have rubber mounts on the bottom just for a bit of extra added grip. So that's quite nice to see. That would be... Yeah, if you didn't have that, this would be sliding all over the place. We do have some extra magnetic mounts. Oh, okay. I missed that. So if that's coming across well on here, I don't think it will. But it says on here you got options for 120mm or 140mm fans. So you could actually move these across to support a 140mm fan. So that's quite cool. Happy with that. Oh, you know what? That might not be for the actual fan hub itself, because I'm just looking on here, it's just referring to like... So it says screw mount and zip tie mount. So this is purely, I think, if you were looking to mount this to something rather than have it be able to be moved around. So that's cool, but like... Unless the fan hub mounts on the back, like literally... This is how new to this product, or all these products I am, is that I don't even know how half of this stuff is assembled. We'll just figure things out as we go along. Fit back in the box. Yeah, we got it. Cool. So that's the fan mount. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have a little breather minute just as we're getting things in. So we're about 30 minutes into the stream. Stream seems to be holding up. The one thing I should mention, this is brand new news for the channel. I finally sorted my internet out. So I'm pretty sure I went on record saying how slow my internet was in my area. And I think what I was getting before was 23 down and maybe 7 up at max. Which is not really that good. That's like third world speeds. But there's a new provider in my area. And they were promising speeds up to 900 up. No, not 900 up. 900 down and at least 90 something up. I don't know. I was more interested in the download speeds. And so I reached out and I was like, oh, what options do you have? So they've got like an option for 300 down. And then there's one for like 500 down. Or like the best package is 900 down. And I was like, can I get the best one in my area? And they're like, yes, it is available to you. I was like, sign me up. Just shut up and let me give you my money. Full on fry moment. And man, it's changed my life. Like, what was it the other day? I was downloading Hellblade 2. And it was done in like less than 5 minutes. It was insane. I just find that so impressive after getting so used to having really slow internet. And it's made a huge difference. But now I'm getting to make the most of it as well when it comes to streaming. So I've like set my bitrate at like 6,000 on here, which is like higher than I could ever go. And I think like the stream maybe looks a bit better for it. But yeah, I'm making the most of it, especially even while I'm streaming. Rugby Gaming, nice. I upgraded to 1 gig recently too. It's great. Hey, yes. I don't know if it's coming across enough, but it's changed my life. Like it's just the best thing ever. Like I love having fast internet. But the only problem is that I'll download stuff for the hell of it, and I'm just like, oh yeah. Let me download GTA 5 and I'll play it for like 5 minutes. Like, right, now I'm bored of that. Let's download. What's another big game in my library? Red Dead. I'm just gonna call that out as an example. That's over 100 gigs, I think. But I can do it now. That's the point. It's just that is the game. It's just the download game. But yeah, it's nice to see that it seems to be working out. At least I'm saying that now. Like, if the stream is looking a bit sketchy, you have to let me know. So maybe I'll have to change some stuff in OBS. But from what I'm seeing on the feed, it looks to be doing okay. One thing I'll have to do is sort out that pointing the right way. That there's a bit of glare going on here with the ring light. So maybe I'll have to swap that around a little bit. But right, let's go a bit more water. And then we've got... I thought the box had disappeared then. We're down to the last 2 items in the box. So we're going to go again, smallest to biggest. So let's see what we've got. Okay. It's a multi-purpose fan set for device cooling. So this is what I was talking about for like the exterior of like SFX cases and stuff like that. So if I just show that off a bit more properly, but there. And the name of it, I'm not going to be able to read from my webcam, but it is the NVFS2. Now at the end of the stream, I'm going to see if I actually remember all of these names. But like, I can remember the fan names, like the CPU coolers, but like, not much else. I'm sorry, Noctua, but like, it's just letters and numbers at this point. I'm sorry. But yeah, with... Oh, okay, so I think this actually does include an NFA 12. Let's take a look and see. Yes, it does. Right, okay. So we've got... So this is actually a really good thing to show off now, because it's got the rubber mounts already installed on the fan. So you see we got like the smaller ones, just the corner ones, but there, and then you got like this gasket one installed with there. Then, but that is beefy. I do like this Noctua fan grill on here because obviously this fan you're gonna want to have. I think the cable's getting stuck on my mic. Then you are gonna want to have a grill on this. Nothing on the back, but like I think not too likely unless it comes with a spare one. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, so that's the included NFA 12 in case you didn't have a fan already. You could always swap it to one of these if you wanted to. But yeah, that's decent. Am I gonna do? I can share this moment with you guys. We're gonna do a peel. So let's see if we can get this properly. I would like hook up the mic and then it's like an ASMR stream, but I don't think it's gonna make much noise. But we're just gonna do it. Can I catch it? Yes, we got it. Ready? I gotta do it as slow as possible. That was beautiful. I'm sure everyone appreciated that moment on stream. So you got like a fully unsealed Noctua badge on the fan grill. But cool, we've got that. And then, what's this? Can't get that out of the box. Okay, so that's going to be the actual... So it's NFFC1. That's going to be the actual... Literally the switch for it. Oh, okay. Right, I'm following along with this. I did my research. So there's a little dial on here, I'm guessing, for... just setting the speed, I would assume so. And then a button on there. Again, I'm going to have a full-on play with a lot of this stuff off-stream just to make sure I know how all of it works. But then you got a little PWM connector up there. And then that's powered by the fan hub, I'm guessing. I assume so, but that's... someone could correct me if I'm wrong, but that feels like decent build quality for what it is. So yeah, that's pretty good. And then it's got there you go. We got another DC power connector. Not going to go into too much detail on that. Anything else? Right, that's back in there. Okay, well we got something else in here. Ah, no, it's just more plugs. That's okay. And then... we just got a little fan extension cable over there then. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm not going to be able to pack this properly. I've given myself very limited room right now, so... it's going to go in the most optimal place and on the bed. It's going to go over this way. Whew. Right. I believe... oh no, I lied. That wasn't the second last box. We got another box underneath the biggest box. So we're going to have to go for that first and keep the order of things going. So... there we go. So that's where the other... fan gasket was, so I'll take out the box just so we can all see again, just in case anyone missed the earlier gasket, which was the brown beige one. But here we go. So if you needed an all black version, you've got that there then. Again, they're chunky boys, but altogether that would mean there's like, again, not everyone is buying the combined set, so I'm not a very good use case for this, but it means I've got 2 of these black gaskets and then 1 of the brown ones. So that's cool. Like when all's said and done, should I go with the black or the brown for the setup? I think it's going to be really useful just to have on my desk anyway, so that's where it's going to be used the most. But if you guys are in the UK, you know it's pretty like bad for like heat waves towards June, July. So it could be very useful then. See how it goes. It depends if it's any good though. That's what we're going to find out when we do the review. So I'm going to put that away for now. Cool. So that's the other gasket we've got on there. I keep lying to you guys. There is just more stuff deeper in this box. So like we're nearly at the very last one. Right, I'm going to have to turn off just to try and pull this out because it's a little bigger. Okay. We now have an airflow amplifier for the NFA-12. So this is going to be like the... how do you describe it? Just the way it mounts on, and this helps with like directing airflow a bit better. And as it says, amplifying it. So let's take a look. And this is what's going to be most identifiable to what was the fan... the desk fan that they've been working on for so many years. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people actually 3D printed like some similar versions themselves to make a home. But this gives us a pretty good idea. So there it is. That's the actual amplifier for it. So you've got the 4 mounts on there, you can screw it in. But yeah. Now someone could tell me if they could do... I don't own a 3D printer, but if you could do a similar job at home, I'd be curious to know. I'd imagine you can. But again, we're going to have to get to it when we start looking at pricing just shortly. Black Chromax all the way. Cannot stand the Noctua brown myself. You know, I think that brown's got its classic appeal. But you are right, I do like the Chromax lineup. I'm just taking a look now, I've got... Yeah, I used all my brown beige Noctua fans in my TrueNAS. But like the main system, like the main gaming system, is just all... Ah, damn it, we've ran out of disk space for recording. But the stream's still live, so we're doing fine. Let me get rid of that. Damn, I need a bigger boot drive. I didn't even realize my recordings were going to my boot drive. Right, we're not going to keep that. We'll sort that out later on. Anyway, yeah. So the main system then has like an NHD15 Chromax version with the Chromax like cover plates for the heatsinks, heatsink covers, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, okay, we'll have to see how it goes. But like, so black Chromax is the main vote in the chat so far, so we'll stick with that for now. Especially more so because this is black as well, so it would fit in with the color scheme as well. So I could see that. I can understand it. Right, we are on the last box now, so let's see what we got. Oh, that was a stretch. Okay, so this is literally like, this is the desk fan itself. So you got the actual, well, what would the, I'm gonna try and call it what they called it. Oh, it's gonna be somewhere over here. You got the pivoting fan mount part itself anyway, and the amplifier, and I'm gonna assume it's got a fan included. So let's just take the whole thing out and see what we're working with, and basically what everyone's been waiting years for, because I've always been curious. I know a lot of people have kind of like maybe seen it as a bit of a novelty item, but like it's just been one of those things that's been on Noctua's roadmap for so long. So I'm just curious to see what it actually is like. Right, I may have to back up a bit so I got space to pull this out. Okay, that wasn't too bad. There may be some stuff in the bottom of the box we can take a look at as well. Okay, I'm not going to put it all out on here now, but it's basically another power adapter, some fan extensions, and just different plugs you can use. So, nothing too crazy, but obviously useful. Now, try and save up some space. My desk is just covered in hardware. This, that's how things are going well, because you know you got all that. But let's take an actual look at the fan itself. That's empty. Okay. There it is. The Noctua desk fan. So yeah, we've got another, NFA12 already pre-installed on here. You got the fan grill. Obviously I didn't think about that. Like, you wouldn't have to worry about fan grill if you've got the amplifier already on there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Again, we're gonna have to get into like the specifics on pricing, because that's gonna be a major contender in people trying to figure out if this item is actually worth it or not, or these items rather. But I'm just here to show you guys. I'm just seeing this for the first time myself, so I'm just curious. I'm not gonna be able to get it set up on stream. I have to go through and get all that plugged in, but just gives us a bit of an idea. So again, you can see we've got the amplifier on there, which is going to help with pushing airflow. I would guess like maybe more in a spread out pattern based on like the sort of like design on there. I have no idea. I could be talking out my ass for all I know. But we got that on there. We've got the actual. Okay, so you can tighten it up on the side if you don't want so much of a pivot on this. But you got a full range on there depending what you're doing. Yeah, and then again you've got the we got another peel we could do. I'm not gonna do it. Like, that moment passed. We already did the peel live on stream, so we can call it that for now. Yeah, and again we've got all the same features that we have. So basically, I'm just looking back at it now. They've sent all the other stuff, which is basically if you want to buy everything standalone, you can, and then just assemble it yourself, or maybe you've got other parts you want to use with it, like a different fan. Just kind of cool. There is that flexibility. You wouldn't have to literally just buy this if you wanted the desk fan. You could kit it out depending on what you've got already. But yeah, I quite like that. I'm quite excited to actually just use it. Literally just when I'm streaming, just to have a fan on my desk. I think that'd be pretty good. That's good though. I like this. So yeah, that is. I'm gonna give you the official name for this. I'm gonna put that down right by there. And this is. I can't get out the box. Okay. This is the NVFS1. So we're all settled? Yep. Cool. So that is literally everything out of the box. Again, I'm still kind of like a loss of like the best way I'm gonna cover all of this stuff. Maybe in separate videos. Not 100% sure on the best way, but yeah, I am excited to like just have a look through and just work on something. Again, don't know when the video will come out, but it'll come out when it's ready, and just go from there. But yeah, if you guys have any questions in regards to any of the stuff I've just been showing off, feel free to sound off in chat, or if you're watching the video on demand, just feel free to leave a comment just to ask questions about any of this stuff. But yeah, so I think the big thing we should probably get into is pricing. Now, I've only seen the prices on some of this stuff, but I'm going to pull up on here. I should have set up my scenes a little better, and I could actually show you this, but you're not missing much. I'll just read them out as I find them. Let me have a look. Unless I'm not going to mess around with that right now. Okay. So, I'm on the Noctua website now. We're going to take a look at the fan sets itself. So we got the NVFS1. No Noctua. I want the actual. I want the product listings, not the. I thought they had a page where it's just dedicated, like it had all the buy-in links. Maybe I was wrong. Could have been. Oh no, I know what I'm doing. Right. Nope. Oh, no, I was right. Right, okay. We're going to go through this. I'm going to see what the pricing's on here. I can give you UK pricing and maybe US if you guys want that as well. Okay, so for this, the actual fan itself, including all of this stuff, that is £85 in the UK. Let's pull up the US pricing on it as well, just while we're here. No, it's just linking me to the UK. We'll just stick with UK pricing for now. I'm not going to mess around with my location on here anyway. But yeah, so if you're looking for that, that's going to be £85.90 to be exact. Is it even available yet? It's showing out of stock on Amazon right now. Is this even released yet? No, people have left reviews, so it must be available now. Okay, obviously it's just proved to be extremely popular is what I would guess then. Let's take a look. I'm not going to go through every single thing. I'll do that in the review. And then we've got... So for the NVFS2, remember guys, I'm testing you on this. The like the external fan mounting thing you can use. That would cost... I don't know how I feel about that. So for, like I said, that external fan mount system, the NVFS2, the one that would be ideal for like an ITX system or like a console, anything sort of like that, that is £68.90. That's still in stock. While I'm here, I'm just curious to see. I hope this doesn't come across as like sort of bashing these products too much, but I think it is important that we know the pricing on a lot of this stuff, just to better understand. So, just to put into perspective, I've just looked up an NFA 12. That's the regular, like beige one. I think the Chromax ones are more expensive. Can I find? I'm just going by what I'm seeing on Amazon right now. Right, I can't find like the Chromax unless it's an option on here. I don't know. It's not popping up on there, but so they're just a bulk standard Noctua NFA 12 fan is £28 on Amazon. So when you take that into account with the price of the down there. So basically you're paying £38 for a fan grill, the rubber mounts and the gasket itself. Does it include... Yeah, oh, okay, so I'll give it. It does include the power supply. I don't remember if it was in the box. It might have been just like stored separately was all. Yeah, I could see a little bit more with that, right. That's not quite as egregious as what I was thinking on there, so that's okay. I can deal with that somewhat. Right, let's go back. If you just wanted the pivoting fan mount system, we can bring that up next. Currently unavailable. Ah, okay, it's not giving me the price on that. I'll have to get that for you guys in the review. Back. Okay, so for the gaskets, this is where I'd be curious to see the pricing on these. Well, I say curious, not too curious, but like we need to know anyway. Okay, so for like the black gasket is £12. Okay, right. That stuff I'm not too concerned about because they're quite unique to what they're selling on there. Okay, we'll just close things out. We'll just look at the fan hub and the powered fan hub set on here. Okay, I'd have to compare this. I don't look at fan hubs very often. So for the regular fan hub is £42.90. And then the powered fan hub is £59. There we go. All in all, the gist is what I'm getting is that the pricing is going to be the most contentious factor when it comes to any of this stuff. What I will do, depending on the sort of options people would go for, I'll include like a full running cost for what you would be looking at if you were looking to get any of this stuff for yourself. Depending if you want to go just for like the fan kit itself on its own, or any of the other like setups individually. But yeah, again, like I said, that's gonna be the biggest thing to think about. And as cool as this stuff is, I need to like sort of, it's hard to compare because not a lot of other like PC manufacturers are selling this sort of thing. It's very unique to Noctua is what I'm trying to get at. But so we got Rugby Gaming. Surprised they've not got a rechargeable battery version like the Arctic Some Air Plus. Maybe next gen or as an add-on. So what's the Arctic? This is new to me. I've never heard of this before. So let me take a look at that while I've got it there. That may contradict everything I've just said then about it being quite unique to Noctua, because I've never seen stuff like that before. Okay. So Some Air Plus. I haven't got my scene set up, so I can't show it on here, but like again, it's like a similar looking like desktop fan. 32. That's coming up as euros on there, but that's obviously not going to be far off what we're looking at here. Yeah, so you got USB-C power on there. It's got a tilt, again, like the Noctua one as well. I'm really glad you brought this up, Rugby Game, because I think I may actually, I might get this to like to compare it with the Noctua one. That could be a really good shout, because I didn't really realize there would be many other like sort of cooling manufacturers that mainly work like in the PC hardware side of things that would have something like this. So to see Arctic has one has got me quite intrigued. So it could actually be a good idea if I got this one as well, and then that'll give me a much better point of comparison. That's worth thinking about. I'm going to bookmark that. Do you have it on Amazon? Oh wow, it's even cheaper on Amazon. Again, I'm just going by like the pictures on here. We do have to bear in mind there may be some sort of difference in like the capabilities of this or the Noctua fan. But I'm very curious. I think that would be a very good way of going around with comparing them. But I'm just looking on here. You can get... Oh, okay, so there's a black option or a white option. But it's even cheaper on Amazon. It's £25. I'm saving that for later, because I'm very curious about that now. Yeah, I'm going to have to take a little look closer and see if I can find any other brands to do that. I'm not going to go through and buy an absolute ton of desk fans, but that does seem like a good point of comparison to use on there. So thank you a lot for bringing that up, because that's very useful information. I expect the Noctua will be a lot more powerful, but maybe an interesting comparison. That's what I would expect anyway, given like how much more power this is anyway. But this is what I mean. Like, would your average person go for... I've lost OBS. Let me bring it back up. Would someone go for this? Or would they go for that Arctic one? It's really going to depend. Like, this is going to be a lot more enthusiast level, purely based on the price alone, compared to that Arctic one, which is pretty cheap, all things considered. But that's really got me intrigued now. I'm gonna take a look at that and maybe see if I can find maybe one or two other ones. I'm not gonna go through and get everyone, like I said, but like I just want at least one to compare it to. But that's yeah, I'm really happy with that. But yeah, sort of close things out. I can see we've just been going for about an hour now. That's everything the Noctua sent me to have a look at. So, you guys want to sound off with your thoughts on what you think of any of this stuff that we've taken a look at? Then feel free to pop up, or again, if you're watching the VOD, just leave a comment and let me know what your thoughts are. I'll have to keep you guys updated on when the review goes live. I'm hoping to get a bit done this weekend, but it's going to depend how free I am. But yeah, it's been fun. Just this is not really the first one, but it's the first proper stream just hanging out and talking to you guys I've done in quite some time. But yeah, I think we'll call it there for today, guys. So thanks again for stopping by. And if you enjoyed this one, then please feel free to like and subscribe for more streams and videos coming soon. And you can check me out on Twitter and... Am I still on Instagram? Yes. Twitter and Instagram and TikTok now. But I don't really do anything on there, so you can do whatever you want. But they're all those at PCJack94. And yeah, I'm going to go and hang out in Jerry's stream and watch some Warzone. So is he still live? Yeah, he's still alive. So we're gonna go hang out over there. So yeah, we need a raid function for YouTube because I'd be sending you guys over to there, but never mind. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I shall see you very soon.